Now this is option D, and it's one that they're calling a diagonal option. Now the hate crime happened right here on these windows behind me on the 1800th block of Remington Way. These silhouettes here along the fence at Three Forks High School are much more than just a decoration. That's right, just this morning, Superintendent Rob Watson released those survey results to MTN News. Now, even though this report says that the Bozeman Police Department saw more calls for service in 2018 than 2017, thank you for joining us here on MTN News at 5:30. I'm Emma Hamilton. A quick heads up for those of you in Gallatin County. The Bozeman Police Department and local law enforcement will be increasing patrol this holiday weekend. Extra patrol will be out looking for impaired drivers to ensure the roads continue to be safe for everyone. Law enforcement wants to remind everyone to plan a safe ride home ahead of time. All right, thank you, Carson. Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport will be hosting TSA pre-check enrollment on weekdays from June 17th through June 28th. TSA pre-check gives passengers an opportunity to proceed through security checkpoints quicker than normal security lines. The service costs $85 and is good for 5 years. Passengers can go online to pre-enroll and set up a time to enroll at the airport. This service can really help, especially in large U.S. airports. Meanwhile, crews are making progress on the Convict Guide Road Bridge near Livingston. The temporary bridge failed in March and has forced residents east of the bridge to take a long detour through Springdale. Crews have poured concrete over the Shield River where the bridge is located and are doing cylinder testing to make sure the bridge is safe for travel. And if it is, crews will be able to move rather quickly. After a fatal accident in Butte yesterday and another in Big Fork this morning, it's an unfortunate reminder that Memorial Day weekend is one of the deadliest and busiest times for fatal crashes on Montana roadways. According to Montana Highway Patrol, 45% of the highway fatalities happen between Memorial Day and Labor Day weekend. In 2017, of the number of people who died in vehicle crashes, 58% were not wearing a seatbelt. 65% of those individuals were ejected from their vehicles. MHP can't be sure until the data is gathered, but some believe this year those numbers may decrease. About 25 volunteers gathered at Fort Harrison this Memorial Day weekend to honor the veterans buried at the Montana State Veterans Cemetery. They placed almost 3,000 American flags, one at each headstone. The volunteers included veterans' family members, the American Legion, and the Civil Air Patrol. The Fort Harrison Cemetery is one of 3 operated by the Montana Veterans Affairs Division. Leaders say they're grateful for the people who came out to pay tribute to these veterans.
Busy. We're busy. So if I were to sum it up in one word, it would be that.
Just over 50,000 calls for service that range from a quick interaction with a citizen to numerous hours spent on a felony crime in 2018. Now, even though this report says that the Bozeman Police Department saw more calls for service in 2018 than 2017, Bozeman is still the safest large city per 1,000 people in Montana.
I feel safe. I'll walk. I still walk late at night. It don't matter. I'll walk anywhere I want and anytime I want, and I don't watch my back.
More calls for service may typically also equal more crime, but that's not the case for the city of Bozeman.
We have an engaged community that is alert for stuff that's going on, and they give us a call. But the increase in calls for service can be seen as tied to the growth that we're experiencing. So there are increasing demands on the system and on the officers. And then also within those numbers, there's increased proactivity and officer-initiated contacts.
These silhouettes here along the fence at Three Forks High School are much more than just a decoration. They represent the teenage lives lost on Montana roadways last year. The student-led group, Family Careers and Community Leaders of America, received a grant from the Montana Department of Transportation in October to facilitate a traffic safety project.
We have one of the highest fatality rates for teens in the U.S. So it's not a position Montana wants to be in. So that's why it's Make a Change Montana. It's just to help educate kids to make positive decisions. I mean, you can legislate, you can make seatbelt laws, you can do all kinds of things, but until you change their way of thinking, nothing's going to change.
From the silhouettes to the bulletin boards and locker magnets, these students are aiming to make a difference in the community and educate their peers about the dangers of distracted driving.
It's impacted my sister when she drives. She's always on her phone, so when I'm in the car with her, I yell at her and tell her to get off her phone.
And this isn't something new for Three Forks students.
We've worked on teen traffic safety since 2004. We lost seniors in the spring, or in the fall of 2004. We lost 3 seniors, and then their classmates started working on teen traffic safety. We've been very lucky, but schools around us have lost students in the last couple of years.
Just being on your phone or not putting your seatbelt on can harm you or even kill you.
Just like to make teens more aware of how scary driving can be.
In Three Forks, Emma Hamilton, MTN News.
It's something that I can't really put into words. It's something that's surreal, and I still haven't fully accepted it yet.
He's a very strong-willed, took a lot of risks that I wouldn't take in my lifetime. And but the biggest thing is he had a big heart. He really cared about who we are. As a kid growing up with a hearing loss, made it really easy for me to be able to become friends with Travis, because it was tough for me to be able to go make new friends, but Travis had no problem. He didn't see the handicap. He saw me as a person.
Having Atkins as a friend meant more to Krogstad than Atkins ever knew. Since the 3rd grade, up until the time Atkins deployed the first and second time, they were the best of friends.
I'm not surprised that he went back. I'm proud that he went back, because that's where he belonged. There's an impact that you can make on life that you can only make on a battlefield, and that's where he belonged. He belonged out there, and I think that's what he truly believed.
With tears in his eyes, Krogstad reflects on their friendship and the time they spent in the mountains together. But it's an emotional roller coaster, losing a friend that he is just so proud of for his actions.
It's an emotion that you can't describe. There's pride and there's sadness. You feel sad for the Atkins family and what they've had to go through. But there's pride.
Local veterans are also honored to have one of their own become a Medal of Honor hero.
I just know that I am proud of him. I've never met Travis, and I don't know him. I just know that I am so proud that he was an Army guy just like me. And so we're brothers. But he did it saving other guys in his platoon. And that's what makes a big difference. He didn't just do it for himself, did it for country, for God, and saving his guys.
Even though Travis is here at the Veterans Cemetery in Bozeman, his sacrifice and bravery shines across the entire country. And while he is a true American hero, he's also a hero for the Gallatin Valley. Reporting in Bozeman, Emma Hamilton, MTN News.